everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two very good defenses on the field today. Both ranked in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed, and each wants to prove that it is no fluke. The Jaguars are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they're going up against the Raiders offense that will have a lot to deal with. With that, we head upstate to Jacksonville and a rainy Everbank Field, where we say hello to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we welcome our viewers to Duval County, the northern part of Florida, and the largest city in the Sunshine State, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Oakland Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Credit the tackle to the second-rounder, Miles Jack.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now they'll throw with Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And Mr. Cooper Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college. But Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And this Jacksonville Jaguar defense, Charles, they have a lot riding on the youngster Jalen Ramsey.
As you well know, he was my #1 player coming out of the 2016 draft. I loved his versatility. The big question mark, is he enough of a ball hawk? Didn't have very many interceptions in college, but boy, he does everything else that you want. Runs, hits.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. On 4th down, here's the Raider punter Marquette King to kick it away. Back deep, Dre Archer. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Allen Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down.
Here we go now.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. In motion left goes a tight end. Now Carr throwing on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Jags' new signing from Denver, Malik Jackson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Archer. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now a handoff as they run left side. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Three yards to go here on 2nd down. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Maualuga. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. In motion, Patterson. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now the offense operates in the red zone. And they'll go on the ground. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw his Carr. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
All right, here we go.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And a great example there, just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better, that they work on training camp, off-season work, OTAs, but also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Green, 39. Green.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Fielded at the 43. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Defense showing blitz. Now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. On play action. Now Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me their fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now a handoff as they run left side. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Yeldon, the lone running back. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
Dante Fowler just made a play that he could be really proud of there. Nice tackle for loss. And what a relief it is for him to be back on an NFL field after missing his entire rookie season with a knee injury.
I think the entire defensive unit is relieved that he's out there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. On first down, Carr. Crabtree with it. He's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Slot man moves right. Now Carr throwing on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
We ready? Wide and yay.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Out is Janikowski now for the Raider field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58. No.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Black 58 rail. Black 58.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Six yards to go here on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
We got 3. We got 3. Green. So. Check safety. Z. Hey, Z. Left.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Maualuga. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Dree Archer. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's Bortles to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and just like that, it's third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one. Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And they'll run it here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Halfback sent in motion. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. Touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Now on 1st down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And the wideout in motion. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
All right, here we go. 5 and 8.
Here we go now with Olawale. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
All right, here we go.
Cooper, the man in motion left. Carr now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Past the 20, and now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And that makes it 14-10. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Dancing to his left. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Well, now they'll try the end around. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
To throw, it's Bortles. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The lone receiver right is Cooper. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr throwing on second down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. Back now in Jacksonville. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
In motion, Patterson. On second down, here's Carr. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it, because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge, and those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
In motion left goes a tight end. From midfield, here's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
2 yards to go here on 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? And that run was what a lot of people called an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come up in a 2 tight end look here.
Let's go. 1-9.
Room here to Touchdown, Jaguars. 3-yard Archer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Wide and yank. Wide and yank.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Hello, baby. Alert. Alert.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Carr will try it again on second down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The slot man in motion right. Here's Carr to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And now it's fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
All right, here we go.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Raiders' new signee from Seattle, Bruce Irvin, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Call it 7 yards on the carry. So a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This from 44 yards out, left hash.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
On 1st down, Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for an Oakland 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Pro Bowler, Calais Campbell, in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down, being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Perry Riley. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Bortles going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game.